Welcome back, everyone. Back with some more Dark Souls Remastered, and we're about to make a very poor decision. I'll show you what I mean. We've just talked to our new best friend, Andre the Blacksmith, and now we're going to go down into his basement to see what's happening. And immediately we will walk into this room and be assailed by a terrifying, lightning-spitting rock monster. It is not recommended at this stage to attempt to antagonize the giant lightning-spitting rock monster. For reasons that should be fairly obvious if you just look at the fucking guy. I mean, does that look like somebody you really want to be fighting? At this point in the game, the answer is no. So we're just gonna go back up the stairs here because he obviously can't follow us. And instead we're just gonna pretend that never happened and go back up here. There is one other person we need to talk to. And then I want to kindle this bonfire, because this is one of the other bonfires I almost always kindle. Not so much for this part of the game, although it is useful, but more for an area we will go to later. That bonfire is also important for. That may or may not have something to do with this big locked door, maybe. What does this message say? Imminent resignation. Hello.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall. Or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak. Still closed. Still closed.
Well, hopefully we can help you out with that, buddy. At some point. That is, Siegmeyer of Katarina. He will become more important later, but for now he's just, sitting here waiting for this door to open while we do all the work. But that's okay. That's why we're here, really. Now, to kindle this bonfire, I'm going to have to make a poor decision and become human again. Hopefully we don't get invaded again, because I will most certainly die. Our equipment is somewhat improved, but it's still no match for the average, fucking low-level invader. Oh, whoops. Accidentally hit the wrong button. There we go. Kindling this bonfire will be something we will appreciate later, though. And may appreciate now, depending on how poorly I do on this next section. Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. I just had a thought about my current choice of weapon and an enemy that we're going to be facing in a minute here. But I think I'll be okay. Probably. I mean, I guess we'll find out. First we gotta... Wait, hold on. Oh! Now that's something you don't see often. Ah, no, it's gone. Damn it. I forget what those guys are called. I think they're like vagrants or... Oops. Well, we got a piece of armor. That's nice. And almost died. I probably should have waited. I got excited. There we go. Good old longsword. But we have a better piece of armor. That's handy. I got momentarily distracted by the shuffling sounds I heard from inside the building. I was very worried that we might have alerted somebody. Now let's compare this armor we got. The Hollow Soldier armor is not too bad as far as crappy Hollow armor goes. It has pretty good poise in comparison to our Hollow Warrior armor. It does also weigh slightly more. And it doesn't look very good. To be honest, I prefer the look of the Hollow Warrior armor. But since we don't have any pants or gauntlets, the weight doesn't really matter at present. We're going to be mid-rolling either way. So we might as well take the slightly more poise and defense. Now, what we want to do is run into this church, aggro a certain enemy, and then run out. And you'll see why. Here's this guy, and there's that guy up there. I don't know if you got a good look at him, but that is a mage who's going to shoot bolts of magic at us while we're trying to fight this big guy. And there are also more Balder Knights inside that'll come attack you as well. So we just want to lure this guy out here where we can fight him mano-a-mano. Ow! Especially if I fuck it up. Like that. Now this is, honestly I should probably focus on fighting this guy instead of talking, but... yeah, we're okay. I just need to make sure to do the stabbing attack. Enemies have different damage resistances, and big, heavy armor enemies like this guy are usually pretty resistant to slashing damage. And weaker to piercing damage and strike damage, like our club does. But since we can do piercing damage with our sword, it seems like we're okay. I think you can also parry this guy, but I don't remember for sure, so I don't really want to test it. Whoops. Because that'll probably just get me killed. And this isn't that difficult anyway. Just gotta actually, you know, roll with the right timing. Imagine that. Oh, and he dropped us an item. Good, good. That's a Titanite shard. These guys can drop, like, pieces of their armor set, which is very good, but very heavy. And some other things, but Titanite shard, I won't turn up my nose at. Now, the next thing we want to do is we could progress through this area, but honestly, I'm just going to run past and go in here. Hey, there's a summon sign for another player. That's the other side of the online component I was talking about. You can summon other players to help you. We're not going to do that right now because we're literally just going to take this elevator. Does this area look familiar yet? It should by now. Yep, we are back at Firelink Shrine. Isn't that cool? That's one of my favorite things about this game. There's always wacky shortcuts. Now, let's have another talk with Petrus here, because now that we have some souls, I believe we can actually bribe him to tell us more stuff. I think. Hopefully I have enough. Let's talk to him and find out.
Hello. I will teach you miracles. A promise is a promise, after all. My companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm. An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
Yes, good, we have just enough.
Very well. I can surely tell you, of all people, undead clerics are given a mission to seek kindling. Kindling is the art of feeding bonfires with humanity. Through kindling, we shall one day be granted magnificent powers. Very well.
He's just repeating what he just said. I don't think he has anything else we want.
The effect...
now. That does tell us an important bit of information, where we can get the Rite of Kindling. Of course, we don't actually know where these guys are going for their undead mission, so we don't know exactly where they hope to find it. The Rite of Kindling is a very handy item. I'll talk more about it when we get it. I don't want to spoil anything. Or I guess it's more of an ability than an item. Why don't we rest at the bonfire while we're here? Maybe talk to the crestfallen warrior a bit more.
Don't you ever think to forge your weapons? You'd better find a smith box soon, unless you enjoy swinging about with blunt instruments. How did that silly sorcerer's apprentice end up? You know, the one always prattling on about Master Logan. He left for the Undead Burg, but never came back. Serves him right. If even old Big Hat can't make it out there, what chance does he have? I hope he enjoys his new life as a hollow. What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool. Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions.
Alright, geez. Well, he has given us some more useful information, including a hint on where to find a new NPC, potentially. And, of course, that helpful little hint on where exactly we need to go to find the Bell of Awakening, but we already knew that. And the lift is no longer broken, so his advice is no longer necessary. I hope I find some pants soon. If for no other reason than staring at this guy's fucking loincloth ass all day is starting to get tiresome. But we will have to endure. Now there is an important item we want to get here. And that big guy does not respawn. Some enemies don't respawn. Ah, Firekeeper Soul. Now that is an important item that we've already gotten one of. That will allow us to upgrade our Estus Flask. We should probably just go right back. And use that right away, actually. So, this whole trip was a waste. But I forgot to pick it up when I was running over here. So, this is just how we have to do things. While we're at it. Armor worn by hollow soldiers. It may be old and battered, but its iron construction is quite sturdy. I mean, I suppose. It looks kind of... It doesn't look particularly protective, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like this should actually offer more protection. I mean, it's got more coverage. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. This seems in a lot better condition than this. Even if this is plate, like, whatever. In any case, hopefully we'll find something better at some point. But for now, the only thing we need to concern ourselves with is upgrading that Estus Flask. That's the good stuff. There we go, +2. Now we're cooking with gas. And now we can actually go progress. We are getting close to the end of this area. Just a few more hurdles that we have to pass. I wonder, if I took off my bow, would I be... No, so it doesn't matter. Basically, you have no reason in this game not to go right up to the maximum equip load before you start rolling more slowly. Ideally, you want to be just under your maximum equip load at all times. Well, your maximum equip load for the level of roll that you want. There are 3, well, technically 4. The fast roll, which is the normal one we had before when we didn't have any armor on. The mid roll, which is what we have now. The fat roll, which I can't actually show to you because I don't have enough armor, but it is what it sounds like. It makes you roll like you're fat. And then the no roll, where you're so overloaded you can't roll at all. There are a lot of player helpers hanging around. Well, I don't think I need one of those, but hopefully we don't run into any player invaders. Maybe we'll die before that happens. We have another one of these guys. And I was... Unfortunately, it's very difficult to parry, or not parry, but to get the critical hit after the parry on these stairs. With enough, like, of a height difference, it just doesn't register. So you kind of have to finagle a little bit, come at it at an angle. Now, that mage didn't get a chance to start shooting at us. We want to take care of him, because he does a couple of very annoying things. Actually, I may have a better strategy for this. You know what? It's probably best if I die anyway, so that I lose my human condition and have no chance of getting invaded. I'll just show you what he does. You see his little dance that he's doing? Ow. That buffs all of these enemies. They are now stronger. And he will fucking blast magic at you while you're trying to fight them. And this shield is not very good for blocking magic. There are shields that are, but we don't have one. This is one of the reasons I really like the stab. It just has a little bit of extra reach for these sticky situations. Oh boy, broken straight sword. Well, I didn't expect us to get through that. I meant to roll through that and I'll block it. Ow. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the timings of this worked out. These projectiles actually move faster than arrows, funnily enough. So, I do not have the muscle memory for this encounter. He's doing his little dance. Get him! I bet we can parry this guy. Well, not if I completely fuck it up. That probably won't work. Oh no! Yeah, okay. See, if we can stagger him, he won't be able to cast, but... Well, we beat him. See, I usually don't fight that enemy fair and square. I usually just snipe him with my bow from down there. And then you don't have to fight him. But, well, we did it. Now, there are a couple of different paths we can take. I think this one leads to an item. Yes, it does. Large soul. Good to have. We want to go this way first. The other way is progress. This way will lead us to something else. Like another Balder Knight. Oh, partial parry. Now, this is what, this is the Rapier Balder Knight special attack. That is a parry. If you attack him while he's doing that little pose, he will parry you. So you want to not be too gung-ho on these guys, because they're tricky. The guys with the big shield don't have that move, so you don't have to worry about it with them. Is there another knight? No, but there is a body in a barrel. And that usually means an item. It's just a humanity, but hey, that makes up for the one we had to spend earlier. Now, this door doesn't open, but we can break it down. And we will meet someone interesting. Who's this fine fella?
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse.
We could.
Please, I have duties to fulfill, and I will reward you handsomely. Well, I am certain you stand to benefit.
Now, people who've played this game before know who this guy is. But for the sake of pretending I don't, let's let him out.
Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this, and I guarantee a reward. Only later. Yes, very sorry. Your reward will have to wait. I've just been freed. Allow me some time.
Yeah, we'll see that guy later at Firelink Shrine. It may have been better not to let him out. But we will have to live with the consequences of our actions, and it'll be interesting to see anyway. If you do kill him, he drops a pretty good item. But he's no joke. He's pretty tough, so I wouldn't do that lightly. And you will miss out on other items that you can get from doing his quest line. And you will be able to get the item he gets when you kill him later. Now, we don't really want any of these player helpers, but we will summon our buddy Knight Solaire. Solaire will come help us in various boss fights in this game, and he's always a great help. With his lightning spears, which is a certain miracle in this game. A pretty good one. Now, we're going at this with not full health, which is probably stupid. Let's waste an Estus charge just so we can be at full. And here is our first... Ow. Yeah, our shield isn't going to do us much good here. Aha! I got the axe. Now, this is one of several bosses that you can cut their tail off to get a specific weapon. Now, we want to work quick here because this boss is not called the Bell Gargoyle. It is called... Ouch, I'm dead. The Bell Gargoyles. And that second one will come down and antagonize us. Oh. Well, we're here at Firelink Shrine. I forgot I didn't go sit down at the other... Oops, wrong way. the other bonfire, but I guess it may actually be faster to come from here anyway. Yeah. It's been a minute since I fought the Bell Gargoyles. But I'm pretty happy that I got the axe before we died there. Because you can miss it if you don't cut off his tail. It's not particularly good or anything. I just think it's cool to get. Now that mage guy is another enemy that doesn't respond, so that's nice. There are also some Balder Knights over there. And to be honest, I kind of want to kill them. Just for the chance of getting some of their equipment, but I'm not going to do that while we have a bunch of souls laying in the boss room. Which, now that I think about it, I probably should have spent those before we did the boss fight. But, oh well, too late now. We just gotta get good. And fight all these guys again. But without their asshole wizard friend buffing their stats. Whoop. See, that attack that they do, the flailing attack, is actually surprisingly dangerous. Ouch. Just because of how many hits it has. Even though each individual attack isn't very threatening. So you want to watch out. Now, luckily it doesn't take too long to get back to the boss room from here. We just go right back up these ladders. Unfortunately, we will not have the benefit of Solaire's help while we're hollow. But we'll just have to make do. Woo! Souls. Woo! I didn't dodge that. I didn't dodge that either. Let's just drink a... Okay, this is not my best showing. Really? I was in range for that, damn it. The second one's gonna be coming any second now. We can stagger this guy. Ouch. Aw, I thought I rolled through that one. Yeah, this may take a few attempts. I could use the last of my gold pine resin. Now, you can block their attacks with a shield, but it will eat up pretty much all of your stamina. To be honest, in this situation, we may be better off going nude. Just for having the better roll. Now, there is something we could do. We could get all of our souls and then die with the Ring of Sacrifice on just to get them out of that boss room. So we can use them to level up or something. To fight the boss. And to be honest, I think I might do that, because I almost never use the Rings of Sacrifice anyway. Might as well get some utility out of them. But yeah, to be honest, I was never that good at the Bell Gargoyles. Just because there's two of them. Any boss where there's two of them is a pain. The Bell Gargoyle is not the worst. But no, we'll find out just how difficult duo bosses can get later on. I always hope that these guys will drop something, but alas, I have not been blessed. Now, I think we can, like, run past these guys if we're really quick, instead of fighting them, but honestly, I'd rather not. Oh god. Yeah. As you can see, with these guys, it's very easy to get swarmed. You know, it's that strength in numbers thing. And their attacks don't really clank off the walls the same way ours do. Which is kind of cheating. These guys never drop anything good. They only drop their sword, which is awful. But yeah, this is just sort of how the bosses tend to go in Dark Souls. You just have to keep trying until you win. And if you're new, or if you're rusty like me, that might take a while. Now I'm going to put on that Ring of Sacrifice, like I said, so that I can get those souls out of there in case we die again. If we win, then we won't have expended anything. Except this gold pine resin. I think these guys might be resistant to lightning, though, so this may have limited usefulness. Yeah, they're not fucking around. They come out right out of the gate swinging. No, it does do more damage. He didn't do an attack. Oh! No, get him! He only has one hit left! Get him before he breathes fire! Oh! I didn't get him in time. And now that's all of our pine resin. So we can't do that again. I'll just have to do it legit. But hey, now I can get some level ups or something. Let's think about this. What would be the most valuable thing? I may be able to upgrade my sword again. I think level ups at this stage would be more useful. I need more vitality. Well, we can use some of our soul items so that we can get a clean 2 level ups. I think this one will have the amount that we need, more or less. I think we're just slightly off. One of these as well. We could go nuts and just use all of them, but I'm not gonna do that. We need more vitality. Health is useful. Let's see. But getting straight up to 16 so we can use the Black Knight shield is really tempting. It's a good shield. And it'll increase our damage as well. No. Health is more important. For now. But once we get strength up to 16, we probably won't have to put more into it for a long time. We'll mostly just be increasing dexterity. And our other stats, of course, but I mean, for this boss fight, the key is just to not get hit. So more vitality won't really help us that much. You know, if the goal is to just not get hit, right? And we may as well reverse hollowing, since we got that free humanity from killing a bunch of enemies. Just so that we can maybe get Solaire again. I don't know if you can actually summon him twice in a row. I don't remember. But we can now equip our Black Knight shield. And still have our fast roll. Yeah, as much as I would like to have the armor, my rust is just too great to fight this particular boss with the mid-roll right now. I think we'll give this one more attempt, and then end the episode. And then if we continue to fail, I may do a bit of grinding. Oh! And then while we're just doing this boss run again, running to the boss room, I will mention, I think I mentioned in one of the previous episodes that you can only get black fire bombs in 2 places, because we picked some of those up. And I was wrong, actually. There's a vendor you can buy them from. I never remembered that vendor selling them, but apparently he did. I guess I just never bought them. Ouch. Now, that's one of the reasons I like the stab in these narrow hallways. They can hit multiple enemies at once. The swing can, too, of course, but it does that. So, you know. This Black Knight Shield is going to be a great boon for us. It's a very good shield. Expensive to upgrade. Twinkling Titanite is kind of hard to get your hands on, and there are only a couple enemies you can farm it from that I remember. Although they are pretty easy to kill. Yes. We can get Solaire again. That will be a big help. Mainly just because he distracts the boss and has a lot more health than we do. Solaire is a tough guy. He can take it. And if he gets killed, that's okay. He's undead just like us, so he just respawns at the bonfire. I mean, presumably. Now, with this shield, blocking may actually be of some kind of use. But we'd still probably rather have the extra damage from the two-handing. Unless... Ooh, yep, see? We can actually block his attacks now. Here comes the second one. He can... Oh, there we go. We finally defeated. Oh, we got his halberd. That's unusual. That's an unusual drop. One thing that is very good about the Black Knight Shield is that it has very high fire resistance. Ooh. We still would rather not get hit with the fire because it doesn't completely block all fire damage. It looks like we're going to get this one. With the help of Solaire, of course. Ooh, and the Gargoyle Helm. Very nice. I think we got all of the items that they can drop. Oh, and a Sunlight Medal. That is an item that allows us to join a covenant. Solaire's covenant, actually. That's why he drops it. When he helps us beat a boss, he drops us a Sunlight Medal. And a Twin Humanities, which is just a regular humanity, but it gives you 2 instead. Now, I think we got all of the Gargoyle items, which is pretty cool. The Gargoyle Halberd is a pretty good weapon. I think it's just a straight upgrade of the regular halberd. It's a weapon that I like a lot. You don't always get it, of course. I think its moveset is slightly different. Yeah, the regular halberd has this stab. But it has the same weird spinny attack. I think I like the Gargoyle Halberd, like, slam and, like, swing. You will notice that you stagger every time you attack with this thing. That's something that happens with certain weapon types, like our club also does that. And the axe, which we can't wield right now, so I can't show that. The Morning Star, same thing. You do a little stagger after you attack with it. Not the Claymore. I don't think swords generally do. But halberds and axes and like maces and stuff, you do a little... and the reason all those bars are coming up is because our like resistances are changing. I think the gargoyle equipment gives you like bonuses to resistances, certain resistances, I think. Maybe I'm just imagining that, but I seem to remember something like that. But yeah, it doesn't do that little stagger animation when you actually hit an enemy. It's only if you miss. The halberd is good. I don't know if I'll use it at any point, but it's good. And that gargoyle helmet is better than our old helmet. You can compare. better in every way. It's even lighter. Or no, it's slightly heavier, actually. I was reading that wrong. But, yeah, it's better in every way. It has good lightning defense, for some reason. So we will be wearing that, and we will probably wear it with our Hollow Soldier armor. And be mid-rolling again. But such is life. With a big goofy helmet. And to be honest, I prefer to have the armor than not have the armor, even if we're rolling slower, because we have a really good shield, so we can just block a lot of incoming damage. Rolling is not as important, except for bosses that can just blow through our block. Or, like, really big dude enemies. But we've defeated our second boss, the Bell Gargoyles. I'm pretty happy about that. We managed to do that before the episode ended. And we'll finally ring our first Bell of Awakening and fulfill part of the prophecy. Very nice. But, don't get too excited. We, of course, do still have to ring the second one. So we're not done yet. And I have a feeling that even after we do that, there's going to be more to this adventure that is not talked about in the prophecy. Hello. Well, this is a strange fellow who's just showed up here. But we will talk to him in the next episode. See you guys then.